You're wearing white socks with your sandals. Can we get some olive oil for Jesus' feet? You guys ready for your next comic for the night? Are you ready to say, oh yeah? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Give it up for Miss Allis Blair.
Is it a handshake? Is it an elbow? What are we doing? What are we doing? Is what I ask myself about my life every day. Yes. So Merry Christmas, guys. Yeah. You guys get some good loot for Christmas? Yeah? My family thought they'd be funny. Do a joke gift. They got me a bottle of gin and a pregnancy test. Little did they know those were the two things I was hoping for. Yeah. No, pregnancy scares are super fun. Even more fun than hanging out with your family on Christmas, I will say. I recently got back on birth control, but the guy I've been sleeping with still insists on pulling out. When you take those two things into consideration, pregnancy scares are so much more terrifying. Because you're like, oh fuck, guess this is a miracle. I hope Jesus 2.0 enjoys fetal alcohol syndrome. That's my offensive joke for the evening, in case you're wondering. Oh, wine is difficult to hold when you're on stage. Let me set this down on something that's not as valuable. Let's try the floor. And I did that without speaker feedback. Yeah! I know, right? So it's getting to be that time of year where I'm like, I should start thinking of New Year's Eve plans. Disclaimer, I will be getting wine drunk with my cats. Because that's my life. No, I actually work over at the SPCA because I like cats better than people, which may or may not mean I will die alone. Yeah. No, I'm going to be like the first person ever who gets fired from the SPCA for embezzling cats. My friend is getting serious with her boyfriend, and she told me last night, she said, yeah, you know, the more and more serious we get, the more I start looking back on my life going, did I miss out on any opportunities? Am I okay with this? And I told her, I said, Megan, the more and more single I get, the more I think about how many cats I can fit into my living space. The number is 7. No, over at the SPCA, we recently got sponsored by a product called Bully Sticks. Are you all familiar? No, of course not. Okay, Bully Sticks are highly digestible beef product dog chews. It's a good alternative to rawhide. In other words, it's a dry bull penis. Yeah, which just really makes me want to start like a Hannibal Lecter theme line of dog treats. You know, call them the Buffalo Bills. Would you chew me? I'd chew me. I'd chew me hard. Yeah. You know, there's also like the fava bean and liver treats. There's one just called the Ray Liotta. It's dehydrated brain or whatever. Speaking of serial killers, I attract the worst men ever. Like, I attract a new level of creepy, you know, like lives in my mom's basement with her corpse. No, and I'm bad with men too. They're bad with me, I'm bad with them. Whenever I find somebody I am interested in, I instantly turn into a Stephen King antagonist. And I'm not talking Kathy Bates, I'm talking fucking Cujo. You know, like I start salivating uncontrollably and don't let them leave their car. Yeah. I'm also a terrible friend. Like my first thing, you know, when I go to a friend's house, I'm like, I've got to piss, and I raid their medicine cabinet, because it makes you feel a little better to know how fucked up your friends are. My last relationship, I came out, I was like, oh my God, guy, we're on the same dosage of Adderall. And he was like, actually, that's my ex-wife's Adderall. She abused it recreationally, and that was the main reason for our divorce. And I said, fuck. And then I had to pretend like I had ADD for like 10 months. So, yeah. I also, do any of you guys, have you ever Facebook stalked somebody? Yeah, I tried that once. I was like, hey, smartphone, let's do this. Facebook app? Yeah, let's stare at their picture awkwardly. Type in their name, that's the right one, and then their name is your Facebook status. Yep. Now, I'm terrible with having company over too. I do cheat codes. I put that blue shit in my toilet to make it look like I just cleaned it. Spoiler alert, I didn't. word is found art. I recently went Christmas tree shopping, because it was Christmas, which for the record is the most depressing experience when you live by yourself. Which is a great piece of information to tell a room full of strangers when you're getting drunk. Hashtag still safer than UVA. So it's Christmas tree shopping, and there's so many factors to take into consideration. You got height, you got cost, it's like anywhere from 25 to 55. I finally gave up. I was like, you know what, we're doing the bar method. Same thing I do for men. Let's find one that's like 35 and by itself. So I get it home, it takes like 3 hours to get it up. I have to call a friend to help. She just sits there in the corner and watches. Apparently it does the trick. We're both covered in sticky shit, and it's not as gratifying an experience as I thought it would be. You guys have been great. I'm gonna go fuck up our future Messiah a little more, but it's okay because I'll turn it back to water, I think.